Hey everyone, get ready for a wild ride as we dive into a chaotic tale of store shenanigans where a customer claims to be the owner's daughter, but things aren't quite as they seem. Buckle up as we unfold this unbelievable story that someone just shared, with a twist that's sure to leave you shaking your head in disbelief. So a little backstory on where I work. It's a very small family business where we sell pools and pool chemicals. Only 2 desks in our office which can fully see into the showroom, 1 desk for the manager and 1 for me. Also, when I say small business, I mean it. Normally, it was always just me, assistant manager, and my mom. I had been in this business since I was born, therefore knew a lot for my age. However, we had just recently hired someone new that was a little older than me. I was 21 at the time, and my new coworker was 28. Now on to the story. The cast will be Matt equals coworker, me's me, duh. Karen equals idiot customer, KK equals Karen's kid. The manager, my mom, had to go and pick up some office supplies for us and mail off some bills, so it was just me and my coworker. We weren't very busy at the time since it was a weekday and fairly close to closing time. So I was sitting at my desk, and he was at the manager's desk, since he didn't have his own, on our phones waiting to hear the door open. We hear the door open, and my coworker, we will just call Matt from here out, starts to get up, and I tell Matt that I've got this one, so he sits back down. I stand up and see this lady, Karen, and her kid come in and start walking around. I walk out into the showroom and welcome them to the store and ask if they need help finding anything. Karen, we are just looking right now. I will let you know if we have any questions. I want a pool toy. Where's the toys at? Me. Well, the pool toys are right over in the aisle by the door, and on that wall there. I motioned to the wall where all the displays were. I told you that we didn't need any help right now. I just stepped back and walked into the office, not wanting any confrontations this close to closing. They continued looking around for another few minutes when I heard the kid hollering from the front of the store. I looked up, and the kid was climbing on our ladder samples, which clearly have neon green signs that are 8-inch by 11-inch that say, "Do not climb on." So I walked up to the front of the store and politely told the kid that he couldn't climb on them. Karen, you can't tell my son what to do. I just want to climb on them. He then starts to cry. This kid was about 10 years old. Me, I'm sorry, but it is against company policy to have anyone climbing on them for safety purposes. Karen, well then maybe you should have a sign on them that says you can't. I point at the sign that says you can't. Karen, well you should have made the sign bigger. I'm not the best at containing my frustration, and when I get frustrated at someone, my sarcasm comes out with absolutely zero filter. This kid had been running around our store screaming like a banshee, and I was getting very annoyed. Me under my breath, well maybe try using your eyes next time. Karen, what did you say to me? Me, I said to look for a sign next time. You want to let your son climb all over displays in a store. And I walked away. She continues walking around with the kids still crying until she gets to the one corner where we have some Legos for kids to play with, while their parents wait to have their water tested or be helped. Mind you, the test lab was closed and the area roped off with all the lights shut off to that corner. KK screaming, "I want to play with those Legos." Karen, all right, just go ahead. I wasn't even in the mood to say no, as long as it stopped him from crying. Then he starts carrying them out from the designated area and throwing them down the aisles at our toy displays. I had enough of these little shit because I knew I was going to have to clean it up. I've been told that I'm pretty scary when I'm angry too. Me, to KK, you are not allowed to take the Legos from the play area. Please put them back where you got them from. Karen, who do you think you are talking to my son that way? Me. I am simply telling you both that what he has been doing is not allowed in our store and he needs to stop. Karen, well, how dare you talk to us that way? I'll have you know that I'm the owner's daughter and I will have you fired for this. Mind you, the owners are my grandparents, and she sure as hell isn't my aunt. She walks up to the counter that looks into the office before I could say anything. Karen to Matt. Have you heard how your employee talks to me? He is the most rude employee I've ever seen in here, and as the owner's daughter, I demand that you fire him. Matt. Well, I can't do that. Karen. Why not? He is a rude asshole. Matt, I can't fire him because he's my boss. What? No, he isn't. You are lying to me. She's droning on and on. Now, we have an employee picture on the wall, celebrating our business's 50th anniversary, with everyone labeled in the picture, including the owners and all their kids. Karen finally shuts up and looks at me while I'm grabbing the picture frame off the wall. I slide it in front of her and point to my label. My name, assistant manager with grandson, underneath my name and title. Her face turned every shade of red under the sun. Me. So you mean to tell me that you're a long-lost aunt of mine? Because if not, you can get the hell out of this store. She practically dragged her kid out of the store while trying to run out the doors. She kept pushing on our doors trying to get out. They're pool doors. Me shouted to her, maybe try to pull the doors, you dumbass. And if you thought that was a wild ride, just wait until our next episode. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the story today, and subscribe for more tales that you just can't make up. You never know what you'll hear next time.